Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a very simple and cute and easy Father's Day watercolor greeting card. First, let's talk about the supply. In today's tutorial, I'm going to use these greeting cards. I got them. These are the greeting cards from Sketchbook, and they all come with envelopes, and they also have decorations. And I also used B100% cotton paper as usual. And I also cut them to the size of the greeting card so that when I finish the painting, I can mount them in at the top of the greeting cards. I would suggest that don't paint directly on the greeting card or the cardstock because that's not going to turn out great. And I'm also using my Princeton brush size 8, and you can use whatever brushes that you have. And the pen I'm using for today is my Cotman by Winsor & Newton. Now I'm going to tape down the paper. I only taped out 3 sides of the paper. For the side at the bottom, I'm just gonna use a very small tape. Before we get into the painting, I'm gonna just quickly show you a little bit about the layout and the composition for today's painting. This is gonna be a little bit similar to Pop Rock's style if you watch his videos. So first I'm going to have the mountain from far away. This is gonna be an icy mountain. And for the front, I'm going to put 3 pine trees in the front. One big on the left side and the other 2 on the right side. And I also have some rocks in between to give the painting more interest. Like that. And in the middle will be the water, the lake. Yeah, so it's a very simple and easy composition. And I also want to paint this in some kind of illustrative style. I will use a lot of vibrant and bright colors to make it look more colorful and playful, since this is a Father's Day greeting card. Now I'm going to mix the colors for the sky. So I'm going to use cerulean blue and cadmium yellow for the sky. Also, I'm gonna add a little bit of ultramarine. So this sky is pretty much very simple. There's not much going on. It's just a clear sky, have a bit of sunshine. So I will put the cerulean blue on the top and add like a light wash of yellows and have them mixed together. If there's any hash line that you see in the painting, just simply use water and blend them out. Next we move on to the mountain. Since this is only the icy mountain, so mostly it's gonna be white. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of ultramarine mixing with paint gray and slightly create a mountain line, but it's very light value. Since mountains can be any shape and the shape of mountain is just so organic, so you just let yourself painting loosely and freely. Don't make the mountain too symmetrical because that's not gonna look natural. Now we're gonna move on into the pine trees in the front, but before I get into the painting, I'm gonna just quickly show you how I paint the pine trees for this painting. As you see, I just put the yellow at the top, and after that I added sap greens and Viridian greens, different kind of greens, and when they mix with the yellow, they're gonna create a beautiful greens. They just mix together very beautifully, and this is a method that is called mixing on the paper. It's gonna give you a very vibrant and colorful painting if you use this method. And for a shape, if you notice the pine trees in nature as well, in a lot of pictures, you will see that the pine tree, they have the shape like the triangle shape. So they small at the top and just get bigger and bigger to the bottom. And at the bottom is where normally it's gonna get darker compared to the top. And in order to make the greens look darker, I'll just put any kind of blue. Usually I put ultramarine or indigo. And yeah, that's it. It's very easy and simple. You got a pine trees. Don't worry, it may look not that great for now, but trust me, when we finish painting, when we add the ink into it, it's gonna look so much better. You just have to trust the process and just have to be patient. Now let's just jump back into our painting. Make sure that the mountain and the sky are completely dry before you add the pine trees. And I hope that what I just explained previously will help you have more confidence in painting the pine trees into your painting. And also to add more interest for the painting, I also want to lay the pine trees in different sizes. So for this pine tree that I'm painting right now, I put it on the left, and it will be the bigger size compared to the other pine trees that I will put in the right later. This is what we call balance in the painting. I'm not gonna go deep into it, but this is more like a theory in painting, and there's a lot to it, and I'm still learning. But what I know is that in order to create interest in a painting, it's better to make it imperfect. Don't make it too perfect or symmetrical. So that's the reason why I come up with this layout. I really hope that what I just explained makes sense to you. Yeah, I think that the more you paint, the more you're gonna get used to it. There's a lot to learn, and that's a good thing. And also because of the composition overall, so I highly suggest that before you start painting, it's a good idea to have like a thumbnail sketch, so that you can lay out different composition and choose the one that you feel the most happy about. Now moving to the rocks, I'm going to use violet, brown, and cadmium red. These gonna be the combination for the rocks, and I will be mixing this color directly on the paper. As you can see now, I'm just going in and use those colors I just mentioned and paint it in different shapes, small shapes. I think rock is just so organic, and they don't actually have like a normal shape like triangle but it's just in any kind of shape. So, and I'll just slowly put different colors and let them mix together on the paper. There's one thing I want to mention is that I highly recommend you to leave the white space between these rocks, because later on when we add the ink, this white space gonna communicate lights. You may be thinking that they all just look so messy right now, but just like a pine tree, you just gotta trust the process and be patient, because later on when we add the ink, they gonna look very nice. If you're like me, you're gonna find it's quite intimidating to paint rocks because it look like they just so overwhelming. But I find this method is very easy and and very fun to do too. So I hope that it's gonna help you too if you find that painting rocks is challenging. Moving on, we're going to paint the water, which is a lake in the middle. For the lake, I'll be using the same combination colors for the sky, which is cerulean blue and cadmium yellow, and I also want to add turquoise blue as well to make it more vibrant and colorful. When you paint the water, make sure that all the pine trees are completely dry, and just slowly and carefully paint the water, and don't touch too much to the pine trees. And as you can see, for the water in the back, which is by the mountain, I am using mostly cerulean blue and cadmium yellow. As I move closer to the front, I'll be using more of turquoise blue. And make sure that you use water to blend them out so that they don't leave any harsh lights. Next, I am using a very small brush, and for this one, we're going to add some mark on the mountain to some sort of suggestion. This is the icy mountain, so I will be using the dry brush method. Make sure that your brush is dry, and don't add a lot of water into the paint as well, because if that is too wet, it's not gonna work. And I also add a little bit of yellow to indicate that there's a sunlight that hit the top of the mountain. And finally, we're going to use pen to add light into the painting. I'm using the micro pen, and this is a very easy and fun part. So as you can see, I've just slowly used the pen to draw the light surrounding the objects, which is the pine trees, and I also use it to some sort of adding shadow for the part that I think that need more contrast, and add more light on the pine trees to give them more definition. This is similar to line and wash painting, but I'll just do the opposite. Normally people would just use the pen to draw first and apply watercolor later, but for me, I just do the way around. So I apply the watercolor first, and now I'm just adding pen, which I find it works for me, and I kind of like it. Now you see that when we already added a couple lines into the pine trees, it turned out much better than it looked at the beginning. And this pine trees doesn't look perfect. It looks a little bit weird, but that's the good thing because we want it that way. Since I also want it to be in some sort of illustrative style, so I want it to look I don't know, this one look a little bit messy and it's look cute, and I kind of like that style recently. Now I'm moving on to the rocks. I also use pen to draw the light around the I would say the colors that we lay in the beginning. And yeah, just do it randomly. There's no rules or anything. You just kind of drawing around to distinguish and make it look like there are a lot of rocks. And with the mountain and the water, I also use the pen to add some lights as well. So we pretty much done for now, but for the final step, it would be for you to just sit back and look at the painting again and see if there's any place that need more contrast. Then you're gonna add more colors to it. Here you see that I am going in with the pen to make the line where the rocks overlapped darker to give them some sort of shadow. And we done. So because this is a Father's Day, so I'm just gonna add something at the bottom. I'm just gonna write the word daddy here. I'm not very good at handwriting, so I just gonna try it. I'm just gonna write it in a normal way, but if you're good at calligraphy, you can also write down in calligraphy style if you want. And finally, the painting is completely done. It is a very easy, simple, and I think everyone can do it. And now to complete, I'm just gonna use a glue and mount it at the front of the Strathmore green card. The cards also come with an envelope, so yeah, so you just put it in the envelope and give it to your daddy. And yeah, I hope that the tutorial today is fun and helpful for you. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up because that would help me a lot. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!